In this video we're going to make a beautiful braised octopus in tomato sauce with olives, peppers and, of course, Lima beans on the bottom to give it a kickness, you know, a little bit Mediterranean. So, let's start. Everyone, so in this video we're going to work on beautiful octopus. We're going to cook it like a type of stew with bell peppers, onion, tomatoes and some olives with wine and flavors, and serve it with the white beans that's already on the stove, because it takes time, you know, to cook white beans, and I'm going to explain you how to do them as well. So let's move to the cooking station and I will show you how to make it. As for the beans, I'm using Lima Beans. Those one are extra large white beans, very nice with the octopus, like Mediterranean style of cooking, Italian, Spanish or Greece, from this area. And you can buy them dry or you can buy them in cans already. If you buy them in a can, they're already cooked, you don't need to work on the beans and you cut your process of cooking at least in one day. But I prefer the dry beans because they have much more flavor to give here. When you buy the dry beans, you should soak them at least overnight, change the water and cook them like we're doing now. When you bring in the beans to boil, you're going to have a scum that you're going to take off, yeah? Don't add salt to the beans because the salt is going to make the beans much more tougher. Instead of adding salt, we're going to add baking powder. When you discard the scum from the beans, we're going to take the beans from the heat, and when it's in simmering stage, not rapidly boiling, because if it's going to be rapidly boiling and you're going to add the baking powder, it's going to be disaster. So take it off, add the baking powder, put it back, and we're going to stir it a little bit, allowing the baking powder to do the thing. The baking powder here is going to soften the beans from inside, and after that it's going to be much nicer in the texture. As for the octopus, before actually starting working with it, we want to put it into the sink and clean and see that everything is actually clean from sand and everything. Using a knife, we're going to clean it now a little bit. Here we can see the eyes, we're going to trim them off. The head, we're going to check it as well, that we don't have nothing inside and everything is clean. You can make sure also when you washing it in the sink. Here you should have usually the mouth of the octopus and you should take it off. I already took it. We're going to cut the head off, but we're going to cook it with it. I'm going to flip the octopus and open it and cut. And at least in half, so it's going to be much easier to work with. For the vegetables, we're going to cut them also. We're going to take crushed garlic, chop it roughly, side, half of a red onion, medium-sized cubes, pepper, and cut it strips. Clean the bell pepper, make sure to trim the white part. When we are done cutting the vegetables, turn on the stove 8 out of 9. We really want to roast all the vegetables and everything before we add in the octopus. And before we add in the octopus, we're going to add also crushed tomatoes. I'm just taking regular tomatoes that are soft, blitzing them and using them whenever I want. So now, regular stuff, oil, and we're going to start with the onion and the garlic. When you see that the onion and the garlic already getting the nice color, we're going to add the pepper. Mix it. If you need, increase the heat a little bit to have it actually roasting and not boiling and releasing all the juices. We want a really nice color here. Salt, black pepper. When the pepper is getting the nice color, we're going to add paprika. Roast it also with the paprika to release all the flavors. And we're going to add the wine. Let the wine evaporate at least in half. And we're going to add the tomato sauce. We're going to add also mountain oregano. Beautiful. I made already a couple of recipes with it, so make sure to stick around. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe, because there are amazing recipes with mountain oregano that you can make. And I'm going to leave you a link in the description below to where you can buy it. So crush it. When we add all the flavors and the crushed tomatoes, time to reduce the heat to 5-6 out of 9, and we're going to add the octopus. After adding the octopus, make sure to reduce the heat to 5-6 out of 9, otherwise you're going to actually burn it. And we're going to close it. Not completely, leave a small space and allow some of the juices and the liquids to evaporate and actually braise the octopus, and the octopus itself is going to release more juices. So in the first 20 minutes you will see that the pot is full of liquids, but let it work at least for half an hour, 40 minutes, and after that we're going to check on the octopus. Meantime, for the Lima beans, you want to take one of them and press on it. If it's soft, very nice, that's it. I already turned it off. I'm usually letting it chill in the juices for 20 minutes, and after that, straining it. Mix it with olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and some lemon zest to give it a nice flavor, and set it aside to wait for the octopus. So, for the last 5 to 10 minutes, we want to check it with a toothpick or a cake taster. Just punch the octopus and see how it goes through. If it's going soft and a little bit like without too much of resistance, it's almost done. So we're going to add olives, nice olive oil, and we're going to close it completely, turn off the heat, keep it on the same stove for another 10 to 15 minutes, and just time to serve. And just to let you know, you have all the method of cooking and the ingredients in the description below, so make sure to check it out whenever you have time. So let's start with the beans on the bottom, and I'm using the beans at the room temperature. If you want, you can warm them up, or you can keep them cold if you want. This dish, very nice also if you're going to eat it as a type of a cold salad, very nice. But make sure to let me know in the comments below how you would like to eat. Add it to the octopus, beans on the bottom, and the octopus. Beautiful. This is how you make amazing octopus. Tomato sauce, peppers, olives, and Lima beans on the bottom to give it a refreshness, you know. So let me know what you think about this recipe in the comments below. Also, if you like the content of this channel and you want to stick around, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because more of those recipes are coming up every week. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Andre. This is ThinkOFood.